Hello. Hi guys, welcome back to the next session of SAP Workflow Training Series and thank you for choosing JK Tutorials. So guys, in our previous session, we have discussed about forms. What is forms? How can we create a form using a workflow? Okay, we have discussed about like this approve button and the reject button, how this work item ID will go into our business workplace. Okay, so we have discussed already all of those things like this, how the forms flow between module pool screen and our workflow will differ. Okay, so how the flow is defined between this workflow and our module pool screen. So guys, it will be like a short topic only for today's session. It will be a multi-line container only. This will be the only series for this multi-line container. So what is multi-line container, or we can see more examples later on behalf of this multi-line container. As of now, it will be just a basic. Okay, so guys, we will discuss about multi-line container element. So what is this multi-line container element, guys? So multiple line container element is nothing but it's a container element which is capable of containing multiple lines of data. What we can write it? It is a container element which is capable of containing multiple lines of data. Correct. That is what my multi-line, that's what the name only suggests. So it is a container element. Okay, it's a container only which is capable to store what? Multiple lines of data. Okay, so we can see previously how what we used to create, guys. You can see this is a container only. Let's say we have created something you might know, like we have already created this as a IV count. Correct. Also, what we have done is we have also created something something known as LV Matnar also. What is this? It will be able to store only the single record. Correct. I will write here. So these was the single line container element, we can say. Now comes up with the multi-line container element. Now what is this multi-line container? We are having this. Okay. Now I will include more. Leave it. Simple thing what we can do is I will create a table only. Yeah, guys, you can see how many, what are the like rows? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means we are having the 6 records. Let's say we are having these materials, or we can say we are having the sales order. Okay, we are having how many materials? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are having these 6 materials, and one by one, I have to send these material to my workflow. And I have to send, let's say, what is my, let's define my requirement. I will send one by one these material to my workflow. To my workflow, I will send. Let's say I will send one, then I will come back. Okay. It will be like loop. Then it will come two. Then it will send three. It will send four. It will send five. It will send six. Then it will end this. Correct. So that is what we are going to do. Now, so guys, if we will remind this, what is this looks like? So we can say this multi-line container element. Is this clear, guys? I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. I will move it around. Yeah. So this multi-line container is same like internal table. Correct? Whatever the internal table we used to declare in our internal table in ABAP. Okay, this is ABAP only. So internal table in ABAP. Whatever the internal tables we used to create in the ABAP. What is the description of internal table? Internal table is a temporary table where we can store multiple rows, infinity rows. There like no rows like defined over there. We can define add only this much rows over there. Like in work area, we was having only, we can add only one row. The work area can handle only one row at a time. Internal table can have multiple rows at a time. Same with the multi-line container also. What is a multi-line container, guys? Once again, so multi-line container is a container which is capable of storing, containing multiple lines of data at the same time. So it's equivalent to the internal table in a web. Correct? So if we want to define an internal table in workflow, we can use what we can use, guys? We can use multiple multi-line container element. So I will also write here. So if we want to define an internal table, okay, in workflow, we can use multi-line container element. So we will use this multi-line container element. It is capable of holding multiple lines and all the data can be stored into it. So that is what my multi-line container is all about, guys. Okay. So I will show you an example where I will like show you how can we use this multi-line container element. I will show you a demo of this multi-line container element also. So let's say the requirement is to provide user an option to pass multiple sales order, purchase order, anything, whatever you want, sales order, purchase order, material. Okay, whatever. Let's write the requirement only. Okay, requirement. Okay, what is the requirement? So, what does the user want? We can say user wants wants an option to send multiple sales order. Okay, provide an, so we have to provide an option one, sorry, what is sales order. Okay, so we have to provide a user an option to pass multiple sales order at a time. Okay, and we need to send this work item one by one. Okay, we need to send this to the work item one by one. So right now it is like we can say, let's talk about material here. Okay, or I will change it to the sales order. Okay, order number. Okay, LV. Okay, let's say about this as a LV order. So one material and one work item, oh sorry, one order number and one work item is coming to the user. But what we need to do is we need to send the multiple lines items. For each line item it should send one work item. Okay, so for each, okay, so for what should happen is, so for each work item, okay, so for each for each order number, one work item should be coming to the user. But we need to do is like we need to do this using the multiple lines of items, and for each line of item it should send one work item to the user for approval of the sales orders. So request for, we can say in the bold, request for sales order approval. So this is a requirement, guys, that what we are going to create it. Okay, so let's log into the system, guys. Okay, okay, or what we can do, we will do the this demo part in our next session. Okay, so see you in the next session, guys, with this requirement, request for sales order approval. Okay, thank you for joining, guys. Have a good day. Bye bye.